Christine Duffy has helped Janet for I don't know how long, and at this time she's going to read the obituary, and she has a few words she's going to speak to. I think that's on right there, Christine.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming.
You might have to hold it.
Can you hear me though? I'll read that. I don't need it. I'll be loud. But I did want to read the obituary. I don't know if some of you have used it or not, but in the paper it was listed as Janet Lynn Archer, age 61, went home to be with the Lord on Saturday, February 26, 2011, following a brief illness. Born December 3rd, 1949 in Titusville, Pennsylvania, Janet lived in California before settling in Phoenix. Her life was burdened with hardships and misfortune, but she found Christ and was blessed with good friendships and love. Her devotion to her church was her salvation during a difficult time when she was left homeless. The many wonderful friends she made along her life's journey have been there for her throughout all her trials. She will be remembered thoughtfully for her quick wit, her tenacious love of reading, and her ability to make friends with anybody who came in contact with her. And the memorial is held today. And it really pleases me to know how many lives Janet has touched, because she's really touched my life in so many ways. But I did want to read, I'm sorry, I can't get through this. Somebody sent her a poem to her phone after she passed, but they did not say who it was from. I didn't recognize the number, but I thought it was so sweet. And it goes like this. If roses grow in heaven, Lord, please pick a bunch for me. Place them in my friend's arms and tell her they're from me. And tell her that I love her and I miss her. And when she turns to smile, place a kiss upon her cheek and then hold her for a while. Because remembering her is easy. I do it every day. But there's an ache within my heart that will never go away. And that poem, I printed it out, and you can all take it with you. It's a bookmark in the back of the church. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to be strong for this, but also I wanted to share with you just a little bit of information about how I actually met Janet. And I work at the post office, the one right down the street on Buckeye, and I used to see her sitting out front every day. Hi, Barney. Glad you could make it. That's okay. She would sit outside and she would read. She was always reading, or she'd be walking to the car wash or Burger King. Just always around all the time, and nobody really bothered her. You know, we sometimes would shoo off the beggars, but she didn't bother anybody, and everybody knew her and everybody liked her, and we're always asking, "Where's Janet? I didn't see Janet today." But one day I was on a Saturday, and the post office was closed, but she and I was working. I was stuck working, and I saw her out there, and I thought, this is my time to go introduce myself to her. So we started a friendship. I would ask her things about her life, how she ended up on the street, and where does she sleep. I was so curious. But she was kind of vague at first, you know, trying to be like a tough chick. She didn't tell too much. She didn't want to confide too much in me. But through the months, we became really good friends. I became really fond of her. She was like my little buddy. She was so cute. She used to wear this beanie with all her hair tucked into her beanie. I was always curious about that thing. But she told me she didn't like being on the street. She wanted to really find a job. She wanted to work. And she couldn't because she didn't have any identification, and nobody would hire her without that. So I thought, I can do this. I can help her find some identification. Together we'll do this. But it was very difficult. We had a lot of roadblocks, and we just couldn't. We couldn't get anything. So this was going on for a couple years of doing this. And I had a friend who worked at Social Security who told me that he was offering to help at least get her a Social Security card. And sitting in his office one day, and that was an act of God as well, getting her to go there. She didn't want to be around any strangers. So he asked her some questions about her health, and she said she didn't work because she had a hard time breathing, and it was tough for her. So he asked her if she would be willing to get a disability from Social Security, and she's like, yeah, we're looking at each other like, yeah, sure, we'll take it. And that just led into getting Social Security off the street, into a little trailer at first, and into an apartment that she made her own. It's just so we got it really cute, right, Sherry?
Yeah.
Got a cute little apartment for her. Unfortunately, that apartment was in the path of a runaway car that landed on top of her, and we had to move her. But that was when I noticed, that's when her health started going downhill, and she started having a lot of problems, and she needed a lot more attention then. But she was such a trooper. She really was. Janet. I was sitting at her bedside one night in hospice, and I did that very same thing. I go, oh, Janet. And she pops her eyes open, and she goes, what? I go, oh, nothing. I didn't realize I was saying that out loud, but I went to say goodbye to her that night. I went there every morning, every night. And that night I said, bye, Janet, I'm going to go now. See you in the morning. And she just opened her eyes and said, bye, Mijo. Oh, that was so cute. She'd never called me that before, but that was the last words I heard her say. Miss her. Thank you.